The Trump kids and grandkids have grown up surrounded by a lot of wealth and opportunities. But that doesn't mean they don't have strict rules they had to follow while growing up and being in the first family. These are the rules that have kept the Trump kids in check and the family close.
I was very, very strict with Don and Ivanka and Eric and Tiffany.
Number 1, it's all about discipline. When raising 3 children, discipline was essential for Ivana Trump. Ivana told Us Weekly in 2018 that she kept her kids, Don Jr., Ivanka, and Eric, on a strict schedule, so they were too busy to get in trouble.
You keep your kids busy. They have no time to get in trouble.
Teach your kids discipline. You have to keep them busy, busy, busy. Each day was filled with school and activities. Ivanka took piano lessons, but quit after a few years. Ivana was also strict with pocket money, only giving them enough to learn some financial responsibility.
And then you teach your kids the value of the money.
Number 2, unpaid in the White House. Working in the White House for Ivanka came with some perks, but there were some limitations to the terms of her employment. According to the anti-nepotism law Congress passed in 1967, the president isn't allowed to employ any family members. Ivanka found a loophole by working as an unpaid advisor for her father. It's not nepotism because they didn't get paid, but we see where the confusion might be. Number 3, private schools only. Being First Lady or not, Barron's education is always a top priority for Melania. It took her 6 months to move into the White House because she wanted to stay in New York until Barron finished the school year. First children traditionally attend private schools, except for President Carter's children who attended public school. Melania didn't stick to all traditions and enrolled Barron in St. Andrew's Episcopal School. For 35 years, every first child attended Sidwell Friends, but she wasn't going to put Barron in any school and chose St. Andrew's for its diversity and commitment to academic excellence. Plus, it costs up to $47,425 a year. Number 4, no nannies. Melania and her husband made a firm decision not to hire any nannies to care for Barron, as Melania prefers to be as hands-on as possible. Making him breakfast, packing lunches, and doing the school run were once part of everyday routine in New York.
I like to keep it life as normal as possible for my son Barron.
In 2015, the former First Lady said, "I'm a full-time mom. That's my first job. The most important job ever." When their son was young, they did have staff in the house. The former first couple insisted that there was no nanny, in the traditional sense, raising Barron. Number 5, security is always priority. It's no surprise that security is a top priority for the first family, and there are a few rules the Trump kids had to follow for safety. The family couldn't drive themselves, so Barron's school runs included motorcades and the Secret Service. After moving out, Barron was under protection until he turned 16. Barron's older siblings, Tiffany, Ivanka, Eric, and Don Jr., were also under Secret Service protection for 6 months after their father's presidency ended, a precaution the former president took to ensure the safest transition for his kids. But security is always around for events that the Trump kids attend. Oh, and if you're looking to secure tickets to live events, check out SeatGeek.com and use the promo code TTC for $20 off your first order. Number 6, no photographs. As the youngest Trump child, Melania has tried her best to keep Barron out of the public eye, especially during their years in the White House. She held a very strong stance that children should always remain off limits and out of the public eye, and once tweeted, "A minor child deserves privacy and should be kept out of politics." And the White House agrees. It's a tradition that has become protocol that the president's children are kept out of the spotlight and can't be photographed unless in public with their parents. Number 7, no keys to the White House. There's no actual White House key that the first family receives on move-in day, and Barron definitely didn't get a spare key. In the White House, he doesn't get much independence to even decorate his bedroom the way he likes, or open windows. Even though the former president used to make his own key as a souvenir he would present to guests, the key was the Secret Service and automatic locks, so sneaking out wasn't an option either. Number 8, keeping busy. Ivanka believes in a similar philosophy as her mother's when it comes to parenting, and that is keeping them busy. Extracurricular activities are a priority in the Trump-Kushner household. Their daughter, Arabella, keeps her schedule busy with piano, ballet, and Mandarin lessons. Ivanka said that the reason she pushed her eldest to learn the instrument she quit after a few years is because "I want her to learn and appreciate music." According to Ivanka, Arabella loves learning the instrument too. Number 9, no phones on the Sabbath. Ivanka and Jared Kushner are practicing Orthodox Jews and observe the Sabbath religiously. For their family, it's a great opportunity to spend time together as a family, and their number 1 rule is no phones. Jared and Ivanka turn off their cellular devices for 25 hours and don't make any phone calls in observance of the laws of Orthodox Judaism. If they did need to work on the Sabbath, they require approval from their rabbi before they could. Number 10. What's for breakfast? Breakfast is made simple in Ivanka's house, and her kids know they won't have to wake up and spend all morning deciding what to eat. Ivanka has made it a rule that her kids only get 2 choices for breakfast, so they don't experience the phenomenon called decision fatigue from the overwhelming choices available for breakfast foods. Instead, they get to choose between Greek yogurt with berries or what she calls a fancy oatmeal with different toppings, including goji berries and flax seeds. Keeping things simple because it's too early in the day to feel tired from making decisions. Number 11. No social media. During her times as First Lady, one of the social causes Melania was advocating for was spreading awareness of the effects of cyberbullying in the youth and fighting it.
It is never okay when a 12-year-old girl or boy is mocked, bullied, or attacked.
So it comes as no surprise that Barron isn't active on social media. In fact, in 2018, Melania mentioned that the then 12-year-old wasn't even interested in social media and was much more focused on sports. But having no social media is another way to keep a low profile and out of the public eye, and also a way to be protected from internet trolls and potential bullying. Even now, as a teenager, Barron doesn't have any public accounts. Number 12. Routine is everything. Ivanka Trump is big on routine and doesn't get any days off. Her kids must be up every morning by 7 a.m. Even on weekends, their daily routine stays the same. She told MyMorningRoutine.com that when Arabella wakes up early, sometimes singing, she knows she has to stay in bed until 7 when Ivanka is done with her morning workout and ready to start her day. They also always eat breakfast together as a family every day. Number 13. Comfort over fashion. As someone who once owned her own fashion brand, you'd think Ivanka was particular about the clothes and brands her children wear. But the number one rule of fashion for her kids is comfort, especially when her kids were younger. Ivanka said, "As long as my kids are comfortable and happy, I don't worry about it too much." Plus, it seems Arabella already has the stylish genes in her family. As Ivanka shared, Arabella occasionally steps in as her personal stylist. Number 14. Never too young for skincare. For Melania, taking care of your skin is an important habit to maintain, and there's no age too young to start. And with a mother who has had her own skincare brand, Barron had all the necessary connections for skincare. Melania told ABC News that Barron's nightly routine as a child included a bath and slathering his skin in Melania Beauty's Caviar moisturizer from head to toe because skincare was important to her and she wanted to share that with her son too. Number 15. It's in the schedule. When you're the daughter of a president and volunteering as his personal advisor, every minute is scheduled. There's no difference in Ivanka's family life either. Ivanka and her kids have a strict schedule and routine, including one-on-one time with her kids. Arabella knows she's going to read at least 2 books a day with her mom, or once a week they would have a lunch date, and their sons know they have their allotted playtime with their mom at the end of her day. Structure, routine, and discipline are at the center of the rules the Trump kids and grandkids have to follow. And it's clear Ivanka is following in her parents' footsteps in setting rules and routines for her kids. What do you think about these rules? Would you be able to follow them? Let us know in the comments and subscribe to The Thing Celebrity for more.